We could do some stuff where he's going to do a little balancing. Now, I would want, again, maybe put the pylons here, okay? But let's say I wanted to work on just getting some extension through the hip of lengthening out and pulling in. And this is really nice because he has to balance both going out and coming in. And really concentrate on this. Now this is good for his height because his knee will be in line with his hip. This is very good for knee people too. But for him, we're going to go ahead and grab a couple foam rollers. See, I gave you a new exercise.
Yeah, I like this. I didn't do this.
So he's going to put a foam roller on each side so he has something to balance on, right? He'll put his, we're going to start with his good leg over the top. Well, we'll start with his bad leg over the top. Okay, so he's going to lengthen out with the toes and then come back in. Now what I want him to do is to maintain this posture and come back in and lengthen.
What spring you having?
I just have a yellow spring. So that's like our, not our lightest, but our intermediate spring. And I'm just trying to get this. I'm trying to get him to stand up, relax his shoulder a little bit. There. And lengthen. And he's doing pretty good with this hip. He might be starting to feel this, he might not even. But he can drop the hand. One more and then you'll drop the other.
Oh.
Yep. As I said, with directions, he's like stupendous. Now you can start to see the little quivers going on in his body, right? That's what we're looking for. We want those because we're starting to get that way. The other thing I want you to notice is notice how his whole right side of the body is starting to rotate forward. Okay? These are things that we can start to balance out. And then all of a sudden I feel a little bit more pressure going through his leg. Harder to push out. And we'll switch sides. So put your hands here, take the foot off. Ooh. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to take this down so it's a little bit easier so we know we're not going to scrape nothing. Oh, just getting in that position is kind of hard.
A little bit.
All right, so he's going to lengthen out and in. So, there you go. Get those hips. Nice, right?
Which side feels harder, Bob?
This is harder right now. Just to,
Ask you again in 6 more reps.
yeah.
So actually having his other hip up moving is actually harder on this side.
But this, now that I think it should become easier now.
Remember how we talked about the weakest link, going to the weakest link? This is all about the hips and what's going on with the legs and everything, but look at the shoulder, right? And he's got shoulder pain and everything else. And he's going forward and back a little bit, so I want to try to pull him back in and I want you to hold.
Standing leg is
It's bowing, yeah.
real bad and ankle.
Well, I do have some knee pain there.
On the right or left?
On my left. It's hard.
Good. Bring this leg back down and we'll set it on down. Yeah, you can definitely see how he's trying to take a lot of things through his other leg. The weakness of this, pushing out, he's really trying to use that other leg to hold up.